Alright, a couple of golden pack runs today, and these are two runs that have been waiting very patiently for their chance to shine. And this one is from March 2024, so it's only a couple of weeks away from being a year old. I don't think the game looked too different at that point. You know, there are going to be some obvious differences. Some of the units were adjusted in various patches, but for the most part, Golden Pack has stayed pretty much intact. So here on turn 7, I get the chipmunk with banana, sell into 2 bananas, and then we have the double manatee ready to create some monkeys. In fact, we have triple manatee, we just need another banana. They're all going to faint 1 turn apart. So this actually might be before Monkey was changed back. So Monkey's ability, there was a period where it wouldn't be able to buff itself when it was at the front. I forget which way around it went in terms of the recordings here. There's going to be another run later on which may or may not be on the same patch. So I'm going to take Manatee and put it up the front and give it Potato, which is not something that you would normally be doing. But what we're going to try and do here is go for 5 manatees. Now I've had a fair few attempts at this in Golden Pack, and there have been some pretty painful losses where I got to the end with Manatee plus Crane, so I had a lot of rounds where I had melon on the manatees, and therefore that helped me win. But of course on the final turn you have to sell everything, and so you won't have any melon going into the final battle. Now here I'm about to get the 3rd monkey, and I think I'm going to just take this other manatee and maybe the other potato. Yeah, makes sense. I actually rolled past Crane there. Maybe not the best decision. But of course, when you're going for 5 manatees, the main road to go down, other than this odd one here where we've got the multiple monkeys, is to use pita bread with Crane, so that every turn, for each pita bread you find you're recovering a large amount of health, and you're also gaining attack from the Crane's ability. I'm assuming at some point I'm going to do this in this run. It's been so long since I've watched this. This originally, I'd saved this for so long, I was actually going to use it for the 5k subs special. So I had a bunch of episodes of 5 of a kinds in each of the different packs. This was going to be the Golden Pack one, but in the end, I just didn't use it. I think I just got 5 of a kind fatigue. I'd edited so many of these videos that I decided just to leave it and revisit it later. I didn't think it would be a quarter of the way into 2025 before I actually got around to it. Now here, I'm not sure why I took the banana on the manatee. I guess it's just there to remove the potato and make sure that the Crane's ability goes off. Maybe I could have done that differently and just maneuvered them, swapped them around. But yeah, from this position, it doesn't look like we really have much of a chance of getting this going. We've already sacrificed 3 manatees when we need to end up with 5 manatees on our team. But a lot of the time going for these 5 of a kinds, the main thing you're going to do is stat up 1 or 2 units to be absolutely massive, and then hope that the other units, you can give them some equipment and they'll be able to get by based on that. So here we're now going to move, okay, maybe I'm not going to move it. I think I really should have just moved the other manatee to the front there. Of course, if we change the position like this, with the other manatee is going to buff the Crane, which doesn't really do us any good. But I guess giving up the 2-1 buff maybe is worth it in this scenario, because having melon at the front, it gives us a stronger chance to win the next turn. To be honest, at this point, turn 11, 4 trophies, it seems pretty bleak. Like there's no way you could possibly get a 10 win here with 5 manatees, as we actually face opposing Manatee Crane, a Golden Pack classic combo. We really just have to hope that in the pool there aren't going to be any teams with multiple Birds of Paradise that have just gone wild. So we get a second Crane, And because our whole team is tier 4 or higher, we can keep buying pretzels. But really at this point I want to find pita bread, and we do get one of them. Could have actually put that on the other manatee, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not sure about the best order here. Yeah, we want the one at the front to have the melon, so we're just going to swap them over. And of course the one that hits itself with the melon doesn't take any damage for this turn. An emu team, nice to see that. They do have Cobra, but it's level 1 and only 18 attack, so it's doing virtually no damage. And I think the 2 big units are going to be good enough. So after a couple of successful turns, we now have 2 very large manatees, and it's not looking quite as bad as it was. Now I don't remember if I had play against all packs turned on here. I think it was actually just golden only. So yeah, I'm passing up all these pretzels. I'm exclusively rolling for manatees and pita bread. Unfortunately, we spend 7 gold there and don't find any pita bread. And I just end up buying the waffle to offset the damage that the manatee is going to do itself. But it is getting +4, +6 from the monkey, so that does date this because at some point last year, monkey was changed to be only +2 at level 1. So current monkey would only give +4, +4. Getting the extra health in this situation clearly does matter a lot if the manatee is going to be taking damage each turn. So again, all I'm doing here is rolling for pita bread. If I get pita bread, I could just get rid of the monkey and then have the new manatee gain a ton of stats from the pita plus crane. We do find another manatee, but yet again we've spent an awful lot of gold rolling for just pita bread. And I think at this stage I was really starting to panic. Yeah, in the end I just roll down looking for pita, don't find anything at all. And we do still have decent scaling on the squad already, but every turn that goes by where you don't find a pita bread, it's just so painful. Crane here with cuttlefish, not quite as effective as crane with manatee, and actually we win by 1 HP. So now you're starting to feel like maybe the run is blessed, that we're going to scrape a win because of that 1 HP victory there. But really we need to be finding pita bread sooner rather than later. So now we bring in the third manatee. We're on 8 trophies, so we really have to find another manatee and pita bread as quickly as we can. I don't know if I'm going to take this potato or not. I could just roll down again looking for pita, which I think is what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to buy pretzel as well. Now we find the other manatee, so we do at least get a chance of going for the 5 of a kind if we manage to win the next turn. And I'm going to freeze the oyster as well. We know we have to sell the cranes, so the more gold we can have on the final turn, the better. And double melon in this particular battle. I think the melon is obviously a lot better when you're playing against golden only instead of all packs. And there we go. So we win that round. They actually had a start of battle fig there as well. It's another change from last year. So we get rid of the cranes. Unfortunately, that means we're not going to have any melon. But with 8 gold left, after we buy these 2 manatees, we're going to have a chance to find pita. But I think I'm maybe tempted here by the potato. I don't know why, because, yeah, putting it on the one at the front doesn't do anything for this turn. So we find another manatee, but unfortunately we do not find pita bread. So is that what? 3 turns, 4 turns? I think so far we're on turn 16 and we've had 1 pita bread total. Do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So I changed the order a bit. Not sure if that really made much difference. But we really just have 2 big units. And then we're hoping that the units at the back are there to soak up some snipes. And then it's German Shepherd plus Cobra. This definitely looks like a winnable matchup. However, you can see that, yeah, we don't have quite enough. We just lose. I'm not sure if actually it was possible for us to win that or not. I think if we had had another pita bread, at least one other pita bread, we would have had enough health there to win. But unfortunately, the shop luck just wasn't with us on this particular run. We finally get a pita bread on turn 17 with 5 health left. So the one at the front has the potato. It's not going to take any damage this turn, so we just put it on the second biggest unit. And we really need a miracle here. We need to face some sort of tiny squad that is relying on sequencing. And we don't really have eggplant or anything in order to change the order, but instead we end up facing a massive catfish plus blue-ringed octopus team. They also had cobra. Most teams, when you get to 16 plus turns in Golden Pack, seem to have cobra, and the 5 manatees falls at the final hurdle. Alright, next run is another Golden Pack game. Now this one is kind of strange because at the beginning of this game was massively disrupted by server issues. We'll see that happen fairly shortly as more start of battle figs go off. It's really weird how quickly you get used to fig not being start of battle. It looks so strange seeing it activate immediately. But Betafish ends up at the back of this opposing team. Now here you can see the problem I was having. Error 500, game kind of locks up. And I think in the end I actually have to quit out and then come back later. Yeah, 500 errors. We just go back to the menu and then we try to go again. See if the game will work. And then it makes me watch the battle again. So yeah, unsurprisingly, it's exactly the same outcome. Would be pretty weird if we watched the battle again and it was a different result. But again, it ends with error 500 code. So I think at this point I actually just gave up and then decided to come back later. So we'll cut ahead, and finally we got everything working again. Once more we've got Manatee on board, and now we get stuck in the 500 error vortex again. Not even able to buy anything from the shop. I was really frustrated with this because I felt like I was in a decent position for what I wanted to go for. So we fast forward again. I think this was probably a few hours later. I came back to it, and once more we get a monkey from the manatee. Unfortunately, again, it's struggling to find any opponents. And we get the spinning icon of doom on the top left corner showing that something is not right in the land of the SAP servers. So fast forward again. Now we're getting things going properly, I think. I'm going to play monkey at the front and then have manatee behind it. I've got a feeling the monkey's not going to be able to buff itself here. I guess we'll find out in a second. And then freeze the banana. Yeah, so the monkey cannot buff itself, something that has since been reverted. In this particular patch, there were so many teams like this where every single unit had fig because it was start of battle. Just made it very difficult to do anything other than play for big stats. Now, we did actually win that battle. I guess they had Egyptian Vulture, so they were maybe doing me a favour by not playing all the strongest units. So now we're in a similar position. We've got the triple banana and a monkey already buffing the other manatee. And at some point I'm going to have to take the risk and sell the other units I have here. Okay, we're going to sell the Hercules Beetle. Maybe not the Falcon yet. I am still on 4 hearts, so maybe I'm just concerned that as soon as I sell this Falcon, I'm going to start losing every single turn. We don't have a crane yet either. But instead, we're going to take advantage of the fact that we find a banana in shop. And we're going to play another manatee with banana. There's actually a visual glitch there with the manatee stats, I think. Something that has since been fixed. a flycatcher opponent, so we just immediately lose. Again, it's the 1 heart vortex. We were on 4 hearts there, and it made us face an opposing team that had 1 heart. Although you can't really complain when the game is giving you a flycatcher on the opposing team. So now, because the monkey, because this is the old version of the monkey where it was able to buff the second position slot if you played it at the front, we can now play the 2 monkeys at the front and have them buff each other. And now we get monkey number 3. So instead of 5 manatees, we are definitely going for 5 monkeys. Now I feel like I've done that before. I could be wrong. There are times when I feel like I've completed 5 of a kinds, and then I go back and check the tapes, and I maybe just had a lot of painful losses on 9 wins, so I've kind of repressed the defeats. But now it's time for the falcon to go. We get double blue-ringed octopus in the shop. We don't really need the other manatee anymore. Actually, that's completely wrong. We do need the other manatee because that's the only way we can get the 5th monkey. So we have to keep that frozen, and then we also have to find another banana in order to get the entire team. So I end up selling the octopus there in order to buy the pita bread onto the front monkey. We're very, very reliant on our 1 big unit, so we need it to do as much damage as possible. More starter battle figs. Yeah, I think this is going to be another bridge too far. But I guess that's not really surprising. We're expecting to lose until the scaling just really takes off. So we take another level 2 monkey. Bird of Paradise is there, but you know, I'm not really interested. I just have to take the manatee now and hope that in the next couple of turns we're going to find the banana that we need in order to get the last monkey. In fact, maybe it was a bit risky to freeze that chocolate there. I don't know, maybe since I have 2 hearts left it's not too bad. But fortunately here this team didn't have enough health on the unit that had Crane behind it, and the ink doesn't really do anything. So we're going for another level up on the monkey, and there's the banana. So perfect turn. We're now in great position here to get the front monkey close to 50-50, and then we can start rotating to wide scale the whole team. You'll love to see this, someone playing German Shepherd at the front, obviously waiting for finding an onion so that the German Shepherd will jump to the back of the team. Although maybe they were just playing German Shepherd at the front because it has a good starting attack. And now the manatee is about to faint, so we're going to get the 5th monkey to complete this setup. And now I think the unit at the front is at 47-44, so we would start wasting buffs if we don't move it. Very low statted team here. This is the kind of team that these days you just really do not see anymore in Golden Pack on turn 14. At least when I play it, it's very, very rare to see that kind of a squad. Again, we're going to take a pita bread and then we'll swap over so that the second biggest monkey is at the front. It's going to almost max out the second position monkey as well because it buffs the unit behind it instead of itself. And Pretzel, again, is going to work perfectly because every unit is tier 5. Another fairly low-statted team, actually Pteranodon as well. This must have been during a pretty nice phase of Golden Pack Arena where there was a lot of experimentation going on. Resummoning Warthog when it only has 1 attack doesn't really do anything. I'm not actually sure if it gives any buffs at all. I guess we'll find out in a second. I'm guessing no. Yeah, it does nothing. Pretty rare scenario. So that puts us on 9, 2 hearts left. We have 2 monkeys almost maxed out. I think I'm going to move another one to the front. Okay, we get the double pretzel. So I'm going to double buff the same one. Or maybe I should be buffing the... Okay, we're rolling for another pita bread, I guess. Yep. This makes sense. The one at the front's going to get very close to 50-50. And again, it's going to top up the one behind it to be 1 away from 50 attack. Of course, in Golden Pack at this stage, it is very possible to face a full 50-50 squad. But here it ends up matching me with MC Ebad, who I've mentioned in another video recently as being my Golden Pack nemesis. The monkey has 1 extra attack needed to knock out the Highland Cow there. And then the Cobra Snipe activates the Pita on the last monkey, and the 5 monkey team wins in Golden. I'll try and put the links to the other 5 monkey runs in the description. I swear I've done it before.